make energy from food anyway?
The mitochondrion is the powerhouse of the cell.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
That's okay. Do you want to find out?
Once upon a time, at the bottom of the ocean, the early cells were all very simple. Then one day, something extraordinary happened. A big cell accidentally sat on a smaller one. If you're good, you might make chief energy producer one day. And over time, the smaller cell handed most of its genetic code to the host cell, keeping the most important bits though, and became more specialized at producing energy from food. And that's how your grandfather became the powerhouse of the cell. But how does the mitochondrion make energy from food?
Well, the foods we eat, carbohydrates and fats and proteins, are made up of large, complex, unstable molecules that have lots of potential energy. So when we break these down inside our cells, that releases energy that can be used to do useful work.
This is called energy coupling. So in the same way that we can use a falling object to lift another object, the body can couple the breakdown of food into the assembly of new molecules. Okay, but what do the mitochondria actually do?
Well, you know that our digestive system breaks down food
into small parts that are absorbed by every cell of the body. These cells all have mitochondria, and inside the mitochondria of these cells, complex chemical reactions occur, whereby the components of food are broken down into carbon dioxide. This breakdown of sugars, lipids, and amino acids is coupled to the production of unstable molecules like NADH. Now, NADH wants to get rid of electrons, and do you know who really likes electrons? It's oxygen.
Now, oxygen wants electrons more than Cookie Monster wants cookies.
So the mitochondrion passes electrons on from NADH to oxygen. And in so doing, it harnesses the energy released to pump protons across its inner membrane. Why is that useful? Well, that builds up an electrochemical voltage across the inner membrane. The protons want to get back inside, but the only way is through the turbine. The turbine? The turbine is called Atp Synthase. When protons pass through, they make the turbine move like a tiny machine, and the machine makes ATP. ATP? ATP, adenosine triphosphate. This small molecule is what keeps you alive. How? Well, adenosine doesn't like its third phosphate group and wants to get rid of it to become adenosine diphosphate, ADP. But because ATP synthase keeps making more ATP, there is always far too much ATP in your cells. This ATP will do anything to go back to being ADP. It will even do work. So what happens is, most of the chemical reactions that happen inside your body are powered by the breakdown of ATP to ADP.
ATP is like an energy currency. The energy released by breakdown of ATP can be used to do almost anything, just like money can be used to buy anything.
ATP powers the production of new proteins, the contraction of muscles, even the nerve signals in your brain, everything. In fact, a human turns over its own body weight in ATP every day. So whether you're an amoeba, a zebra, a salmonella bacterium, a mushroom, or even a Californian redwood, you use ATP to survive.
In fact, scientists think that if life evolved elsewhere in the universe, it too will be powered by the movement of ions across membranes.
Because that's how life evolved here in the first place. Wow!
On the other hand...
Where is your other hand, anyway?
And I would tell you more, but I just haven't the energy.
Maybe you should eat something. Maybe I should.